little dance when that comes up, don't you?
I do. It's like your favorite theme song to your favorite sitcom that you used to watch when you were a kid. It's a good
Oh,
one.
I love those. Those
Good
little
little
30
jingle.
second things to get the show started.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, everybody, welcome back to Sound On, episode 17. Steve, how about that?
Thanks for joining us in. I feel like we're so close to that 20 number. Just go with 20.
That 20 episode mark. We're gonna have a party when that comes. We're almost there.
Balloons, confetti, everything.
All
There's
of
going to be so
that.
many
All
things.
of that. Lot to unpack
Whew.
today.
Yes, and we got to get to this story that so many people have been talking about this week. This body camera video that was just released of this incident that happened back in January. I want to show you a little bit of a clip from this body camera video, and then we'll sort of talk about what's going on. So here's a look. So what you hear the officer saying at the beginning there, but she's dead, and then you hear the officer laughing. The officer is heard joking and laughing, and this was moments after a woman was hit and killed in a crash. This happened back in late January, and she died in a crosswalk after being hit by an officer's cruiser while that officer was responding to an emergency call. So this has been handed over to the Office of Police Accountability for investigation. SPD is saying that this was found by a department employee and they felt the need to bring these concerns to the chief's office. And we know that SPD posted a statement on their blotter about this earlier this week, saying that no city employee should comment either in their official or personal capacity in a way that suggests any factual, policy, or legal conclusions have been reached about the incident. We also heard from the police commission, the city's police commission, calling the video heartbreaking and insensitive. We should note that the officer that you heard in this video from that body camera is apparently not the same officer who hit that woman. But this has been getting so much reaction ever since it was released by the police department. They actually posted this on their blotter as sort of a move for transparency. And so many people talking about this, Tyrah. I don't know what you felt when you first saw it, but it's quite shocking to
I mean,
see.
yeah, I completely agree with you. Shocking and disheartening. I think whenever somebody's poking fun or laughing at an horrible incident like this one is bad, but especially when it's somebody in uniform, the people who are supposed to be serving and protecting us. And I think there's already kind of a touchy relationship between law enforcement and the public.
Mhm.
This just makes it even worse. It's widening that divide even more, kind of playing with that trust. We want to trust the people who are supposed to protect us. But like you said, a lot of people are weighing in on this one on our website, over 132 comments within the first day, less than a day in the first 16 hours. Take a look at these comments here. Trina says, "Excuse me, sir. She had value. She was taken from her loved ones and friends, and her future value was taken away in a horrible accident." Sam67 says, "This is cringeworthy. While I support our officers and first responders, I don't support this kind of callous behavior. This was someone's child and grandchild. To laugh and say her life was worth $11,000 because of her age and she had limited value. Ugh." That comment got 27 upvotes. And I agree. It's poor character. I think a lot of people are going to be waiting to see what happens to this officer.
Yeah, I think you said it correctly in that it erodes the public's trust. And some
Absolutely.
might argue when the trust for a lot of people is already fragile to begin with.
Yeah.
You think about how the police department is going to respond to this. There's obviously questions about what, if anything, should happen to that officer. And you have to think about that woman's family
Mhm.
and the fact that this video is out there. Obviously, something tragic happened to her, and then you see something like this, and how does that impact them even more on top of what they've already
I was
been
going to
through
say
with losing her.
they've experienced that grief and now they have to do it all over again in a completely different way.
Yeah.
These are the officers that responded to the scene. Yeah, it is heartbreaking. So we're thinking about her family.
And if you have a suggestion on what you think should happen in this situation, we know there's already a lot of opinions out there. A lot of you have posted
Mhm.
on our website and Facebook page and YouTube and that sort of thing. Leave it in the comments. What do you want to see done as a result of what happened
Yeah.
here? So that has been talked about a lot this week. There's also another interesting Reddit post that's been getting a lot of comments, much more lighthearted, we should note. And this has to do with shopping, and it specifically targets, ha, no pun intended, Target.
Got that.
See what I did there? Yeah.
I see. Yeah, this is hilarious. Steve, you ever go to Target and you go for the basic necessities? toiletries,
Oh yeah.
deodorant, laundry detergent,
Yes.
toothpaste.
Yes. All the
Is
things.
it hard to get to?
Usually no. Usually I don't have a very hard time, unless you're going for like an over-the-counter medication, which sometimes you will see some things
Okay, okay.
locked
Well,
at. But
I've
let's look at
I've
this,
got the
okay?
experience of the people here on Reddit. Take a look at this. Target has really taken things too far. Everything is locked.
Look
Look
at
at the
that.
Tide Pods locked up. The
I can't
buyers
believe this.
not dry cleaning, laundry detergent also locked up. This is something that we're seeing all around Seattle. I know whenever I go, especially in like Ballard or downtown Seattle Target, I see somebody either stealing something or trying to steal something, and usually they get away with it, unfortunately.
Mhm.
Um, but that's the situation. This is what the stores have decided to do, lock it up, I guess,
Yeah.
to keep the thieves away. But it makes it hard for us regular shoppers to get what we
Right.
need.
There was one person, and we're gonna kind of scroll through some of the comments here, but there was one person who posted they had to use the call button to get an employee, wait for that employee to come all the way over to open this thing to get whatever they needed. And that's adding time to your shopping experience when you
Mhm.
just want to go into a store, not necessarily Target, because this
I
happens
know.
elsewhere too. You want to go into a store, you want to get your stuff, you want to get the heck out of there,
For sure.
right? Just be
This
done with it.
this just, lengthens the process. It delays the shopping experience, and I should note, this isn't just unique to Seattle.
Yeah.
We had a few comments on this Reddit post saying this has happened in Bellevue, Everett, even Redmond, and like Steve said, not just Target. We're not putting a Target on Target. I've
Hmm.
seen this happening in CVS's, in Walgreens, but, I mean, it's the basic necessities that we can't get to these days. I see makeup locked in these cabinets a lot of the times,
Yes.
and I know, teenagers like to steal little lipsticks and eyelashes, and
Yeah.
it's not okay, but I can see why that stuff would be locked up, but things like soap
And I think it's just mind blowing to look at this photo and see the whole aisle
is
is locked up
locked
behind
up.
stuff. The whole aisle.
It's insane,
It's insane, but that's where we're at, I guess, in
I know.
society, and that these stores have to take these preventative
Yeah.
measures to keep an eye on their products to keep them from getting stolen because it's a constant issue.
It's a constant issue, and it is a serious issue. There was a funny comment though on this Reddit thread. Someone by the username of Schlaz said, "It's an inconvenience store."
Is it? It's not a convenience store, but a
Dum-dum-tsh.
convenience store. Get it?
It's an
We're full of
inconvenience store.
puns today.
Love it. Love it, love it, love it.
All
All
right.
right.
Have you seen those trolls that have been appearing in different parts of Western Washington? You know about the Fremont troll.
I've seen them on social media.
Okay.
The Fremont Troll's got some friends now.
It's got some friends. It's got some family members. Let's show those family members. And this particular one is from Lincoln Park over in West Seattle. I don't know if you've been to see it yet. I haven't, but I really want to go take pictures of this
Yeah,
thing.
not yet.
It's huge.
Giant.
Yeah.
Giant. So
And
these are
yeah.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say this is part of a project that an artist from Denmark put together, who apparently has had this lifelong love of trolls,
Mm.
and now he's bringing his creations to Western Washington. There's that one in West Seattle. There's one in
Bainbridge
Issaquah,
Island.
Bainbridge
Yeah,
Island,
those 3.
and a lot of people are flocking to see these
For
things.
sure. They're massive. I mean, take a look at how tall it is, but what I love is seeing the visuals when you can see the comparison, like right here, you can see the humans next to the trolls. I mean, they really look like giant mystical creatures, something you'd see out of did you ever read that book Where the Wild Things Are,
Yes.
or Narnia?
Yeah.
That's what it reminds me of.
Just those classic little children's
Yeah.
books, and now they're like coming to life, and you're seeing
Yeah.
these huge creatures
Mhm.
that are out in nature. I love them.
Fabulous. This is getting a lot of hits on our social media platforms as well. Lots of people weighing in on Facebook about these trolls. Lots of comments, over 400 comments on our website. People just saying, wow, I can't wait to go see. And, glad the Fremont troll has some friends. So definitely special. Maybe a weekend activity, Steve. Maybe you'll flock to West Seattle.
I
Flock
like
to
that.
West Seattle to go
Yeah, like
see
just go to
these.
Lincoln Park and check it out. I really
Yeah,
do want to go see that because I think they look
100%.
really cool. Another thing that you could probably do besides going to check out the trolls is maybe have some Rainier beer.
Or 2 or 3 or 4.
Limitations.
Limitations.
Yes.
No limit on
Let's be
Rainiers.
responsible.
I'm
No.
kidding.
But
Let's be
it was a
responsible.
great event that apparently is making a comeback. Rainier Beer is returning to celebrate its 10th anniversary with their iconic annual full-day festival. It's called Our Day, and this is going to be held in Seattle's Georgetown neighborhood. So we have a little video here that I wanted to share with you. If I can bring this up really quick. technical problems. Stand by.
Stand
Let me share
by.
my screen.
Yeah, this event does sound like a lot of fun, though. Rainiers are a staple.
All right, let's play this a little bit, and you can kind of see what this event is all about. Bands. Beer.
Cool, but a mechanical beer at this festival, Steve?
There's apparently going to be a mechanical beer, a wild Rainier that you can mount and ride.
Amazing. I love it. That sounds like a fun event, but also, be careful if you get on that thing. But also
Yes.
I wanted to shout out the peeps that told us about this event. Thank you so much for sending us the information. Someone sent us this event and specifically wanted it to be featured on Sound Up. So
I love that. They
we love
watched
that.
our show and thought that this great event in
Mhm.
Georgetown would be a great thing to pass along
Mhm.
to you. And we love to do that. If you have an event coming up that we'd love for us to talk about and share, just send us an email or reach out to us on social media. See the handles on the bottom there.
Please let us know.
Mm-hmm.
Now, today is a very special day here in Western Washington.
Steve
Here
McCarron
in
Day.
Steve McCarron Day.
No.
Your birthday was in
It's in
June, if I
June, so
remember.
it's not my day.
It's actually Beyonce Day.
Oh.
Beyonce is here in Seattle. She's bringing her Renaissance World Tour to Lumen Field. That's happening tonight. There are tickets still available. Lowest I could find, $242. But I'll tell you, I went down in Los Angeles with my mom and sister, and it was worth it. Beyonce is the entertainer of our time right now.
I want
Right
to see a
now.
photo. Do you have a photo?
I've got photos. Let me share my screen for you.
And who'd you go with?
I went with my mom and my little sister.
Ooh.
We had the best time at Renaissance in Los Angeles. This is us. So Beyonce asked all her fans to wear silver to this concert because it's Virgo season. It was her birthday a couple weeks ago. So here we are in our silver. We all decided to wear gloves and little glasses. It's kind of Beyonce's signature thing to wear the little cat eye glasses. But we had a great time. So if you see people walking around in the Soto district tonight or even in Pioneer Square wearing silver, you know why. It's because they're going to the Beyonce concert.
I love that. How many times have you seen her now?
This was my 6th show.
6.
I don't know if I'll go to any more, but I do think she's worth seeing at least once in your life because she's that good. My favorite part of the show was the production.
Yeah.
Her and her team, they know how to put on the show.
Phenomenal.
You've seen Beyonce.
I've seen her twice.
Yeah.
Once, this has been, 5 or 6 years ago, both times at Lumen Field, oddly enough. Once was her by herself and then saw her with Jay-Z. But the thing that I remember, and you're exactly right, production value was just like, it ups it.
100%.
Ups the game.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it. All right, Steve. I've been having a great time on the show with you.
I have too. I think it's fun.
You do? You like it?
I love it.
I can't tell. We hope you've enjoyed watching. It's nice to see the consistent viewership week after week. And sometimes it increases. Sometimes it's a little on the downslope. But either way, we love that you're watching. What do you think of Sound On? What do you think it is?
What are we?
Is that a trick question?
What are we doing?
Initially we kind of branded the show as a podcast. This is how it started off. That was episode 1.
Cute?
It was a little bit more like a talk show. Oh, I feel like we grew up.
Not bad. I like that outfit too.
I like yours too.
Thank you.
And now we're like wearing sweatshirts. You can tell we're trying extra hard for you now. Are we a digital show? Are we a podcast? What do you all think?
A digicast, a pod
show?
Pod show? I kind of like digicast, but
I like digicast.
I don't know.
What do you think?
I think we've always been a digital show, so I kind of like saying we're a digital show, but I don't know. Maybe it is a podcast because podcasts do visual stuff too now.
For sure, absolutely. So we're trying to put a label on us. We're trying to put a little label on it. Podcast, digital show. What do you think it is? Maybe it's a mix of both. I think it's more of a digital show, but I guess we'll have to see what you all think.
I don't know. Yeah. Please help us find our identity.
Help us find our identity. And I think we are finding a brand. We do love what we cover every week, whether it's hard news and crime or Beyonce and beer. So
it's a wide variety of things.
It's a wide variety.
And that's what I love is it's always interesting from week to week. We talk about some serious stuff with crime and homelessness and issues that are really affecting people.
Yeah.
But then there's some fun stuff too that people are talking about online. And it's always been about creating this community conversation with your input and you help drive the direction that this show takes.
It's what you want us to be talking about, or what you're talking about online. That is what the show's all about. So let us know in the comments what you think. Here's our social handles up there. And hey, Steve, let's give him a little teaser. Maybe tune in for a live show soon.
Oh,
Maybe
are we
we'll
talking
go
about going live?
a live show where we can see your comments in real time, y'all.
I love that. Something maybe in the next couple weeks, right?
Yeah, I think it'd be cool. We hope that you'll tune in for that if we do decide to do a live cast. That's hopefully in our future.
I think it'd be fun.
I think so too.
All right, let's talk about it some more, and then we'll come back next week and regroup.
For sure, for sure. We'll see you next week for episode 18.
Bye.
Bye.